All three judges scored this contest 49-46 for the winner by unanimous decision.
This is the worst.
What's up, guys? Today we're going to discuss UFC Mexico that just took place. Pretty solid card, way better than UFC London in my opinion. And let's just get right into it.
Brother.
We'll start from the bottom and then we'll make our way to the main event. Poor Steve Erceg. We'll get to that later. Austin Hubbard versus Marquel Mederos. So I went with Marquel Mederos, but Hubbard, like, he really surprised me. I'm not going to lie. This guy, he did really well in the grappling, and he really pushed a decent pace. I think this was a razor-close fight. You could give it to Hubbard. I'm not surprised they gave it to Mederos, but you could give it to Hubbard, man. You really could. I don't know. I picked Mederos, so I got this pick right. But obviously, like, if it's a robbery, I don't really care about that in terms of my picks. Honestly, man, I think it was a bit of a robbery. I think you could give it to Austin Hubbard, but overall, it was a pretty solid fight to start the card. Neither are Mexican, by the way. I don't think so. Well, Marco Mederos, is he Mexican? He looks kind of... Anyways, so yeah, overall, it was a really solid way to start the prelims. Jamall, Emmers, Gabriel, Miranda. This was actually a really great knockout from Jamall Emmers. I said he was going to get a first-round knockout, I think, and I was right. He got a first-round knockout. Miranda is unfortunately not very good. Emmers is very good, though. Pretty sneakily, not underrated. Yeah, he's kind of sneakily underrated at featherweight. Obviously, he's outside the rankings, but he's pretty decent, man. His striking is very good. I remember, like, the reason I really picked him was because I just liked the way he looked against Nate Landwehr. I know he got knocked out by Nate Landwehr, but his striking, he was piecing up Nate Landwehr. So he did the same to Miranda here. And his corner was freaking arguing about something. I think they were arguing about, because I remember one of them said, I told you, or I told you. So my theory, I guess, is one of them wanted Emmers to grapple and the other one wanted him to strike. And I guess, I don't know. Who cares? But it's YN activity, right? But I'm kidding. Jamall Emmers, great performance, great knockout. Fight didn't last very long. Gabriel Miranda, unfortunately, we'll see you at the GFL. Rafa, Garcia, Vince Pichel. This was exactly what I told you guys it was going to be. It was two unks going at it. This is exactly what it looked like. It looked like two Mexican freaking uncles fighting in the backyard at the cookout. It was a solid fight. It was a decent fight, but these guys look very slow, look very geriatric. It just looked like two unks. But Rafa won, so I got this pick right as well. Rafa Garcia won, and it was a bit unceremonious, but, you know, he got it done. Vince Pichel is 42, and he's still making it close with these guys, so that's cool. But I had a good string here of like 3 good picks in a row. And then we get to Loopy Goodinez, the girl, she apparently had to shit in between rounds, which I saw after the fight, versus Julia Polastri. Now, this was actually a really, really awesome fight. Well, at least the third round was really awesome. The first 2 rounds were pretty standard. I picked Julia Polastri, and she kind of like... I really thought she was going to get a finish in the third round, but it's women's MMA and they have no power. But Loopy Goodinez won, and it was a really, really great fight, honestly. Well, the third round was great. The first 2 rounds were kind of boring, but the third round was so great that it makes the fight overall pretty good. That's what I'll say. Loopy Goodinez, she did good with the grappling in the first 2 rounds. She held down Julia pretty well. Julia, I feel like she didn't do enough to get up. But in that third round, bro, I was laughing my ass off when she was just walking forward like Jared Cannonier, hands down. I was like, she's a marauder. I just picture like Joe Rogan on commentary for that one. Unfortunately, he wasn't. We had freaking Laura Sanko in our ears, but... yeah, Polastri, she did pretty good in that third round. She was really close to getting a finish. Like, Loopy was getting pieced up against the cage, but I believe at the end of the round she got a good, I want to say it was a head and arm choke submission attempt, and then the round ended, obviously. But, yeah, Polastri, she's kind of good. She's actually pretty decent, at least in terms of going for it. So shout out to Julie Polastri. Like most women's MMA fighters, if they were down 2-0 in the third round, they would just do nothing, or they would just like try to hold her against the cage. Or this girl was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go for a finish, and she almost got it. So honestly, a really, really fun fight. But I got this pick wrong. I was gonna go with Loopy, but this pick I was so fucking mad about, guys. I was so mad, bro. I was so mad about this pick. I swear on my, watch the video back. Watch my prediction video back. I was gonna go with I was gonna go with the guy on the right, Costa. Melquizael Costa is his name. I was gonna go with Melquizael Costa. I swear to God I was. I did go with him, and then I said, but it's Christian Rodriguez, and but he's got a weird record, and Melquizael's a bit of a journeyman. So I ended up going with Christian Rodriguez like a fucking retard. I should have went with Melquizael Costa. I'm so mad, bro. I was gonna go with Melquizael Costa, and then I changed my mind. Christian Rodriguez won. It was a Christian Rodriguez fight. It was just him. He has a good look. Here's the problem with Christian Rodriguez. He has a very good chin. Well, it's not a problem, but here's the thing with his game. He has a very good chin. His grappling is good, I think. I mean, he gets takedowns, but there is a lot of like holding against the fence type of performances from this guy. But he's got a good chin, so no one can ever really stop him. That's really the thing. If his chin was bad, he would he would be cut already from the sport, because he's so like. But his chin is really good. And Melquizael Costa, he just did enough to win, in my opinion. Even though it was close, I think he did enough to win in the striking. Again, Christian Rodriguez is just, I don't get this guy. He beats Austin Bashi in his last fight. A guy undefeated. People are really excited for Austin Bashi. He beats him. He beats Raul Rosas Jr., gives Raul Rosas Jr., who we'll get to that bum later, because he beats Raul Rosas Jr., gives him his first career loss. He beats Cameron Saimon, gives him his first career loss. But then he loses to Julian Erosa. He beats Bulgarian as well, by the way, gives him his first career loss. But then he loses to Julian Erosa and Melquizael Costa, two featherweight journeymen. I hate this guy. I really want him cut from the sport, and I want him to work at McDonald's. Please, let's get this guy out of the fucking sport. I hate him so much. His sole purpose is to just ruin prospects and then lose to bums. Fuck Christian Rodriguez. W. Melquizael Costa. Christian Rodriguez, see you in the GFL, you fat Mexican. Anyway, so next fight, speaking of fat Mexicans, I know this guy is not Mexican. I'm not racist. Jose Daniel Medina versus Ateba Gautier. I picked Ateba Gautier, and Ateba Gautier knocked out Jose Medina in the first round, just like I said he was. Yeah, I mean, I know it was like kind of some people said it was early. It was slightly early, but overall, I mean, Medina was done. He was like smiling after taking shots, and then he literally got flatlined. It was actually pretty funny. He's not good. He's shit. He's fat. He's flabby. There's not much to say here. I'm seeing people like middleweight has a Francis Ngannou. I'm like, bro, just because he's black and muscular and is from Cameroon doesn't mean he's anything like Francis Ngannou. People are so like, bro, I don't know. It's just weird. They're like, middleweight has a Francis Ngannou. I'm like, are you really just saying that because he's black and muscular, bro? Come on. But let's move on to the main card. Whoo! I want to talk about this fight. Oh my god. This honestly, overall, this card was good up until this point, and then it actually, it kept the momentum throughout the whole card, in my opinion. Even the main event, which some people said was boring, we'll get to, but I actually really liked it. Ronaldo Rodriguez, Kevin Borjas. Fuck. Ronaldo Rodriguez is dog shit. And I've said he was dog shit for a long time. I've never liked Ronaldo Rodriguez. People might say I'm a hater for that. People might say I'm this, I'm that. Look, I just never liked this guy. He's super annoying. He doesn't shake hands before the fights. He's smug. He's got that big mouth. He's just annoying, bro. He's got a very punchable face. And that's just outside of the octagon. Then you get in the octagon and he can't even fight. This guy had one of the worst performances of the whole card, in my opinion. I mean, like the women's fight, the women performed better than this guy. The Vince Pichel performed better than Ronaldo Rodriguez. The way he performed was laughably bad. Let's just say that. He was throwing wheel kicks. He was throwing jumping knees. He was throwing jumping switch kicks. And Kevin Borjas, he beat this guy simply because Kevin Borjas knows how to throw a 1-2. He knows how to throw a hook. He knows how to throw body shots. He knows how to throw leg kicks. He knows how to actually throw combinations and punches. Ronaldo Rodriguez fights like he's never learned how to throw a punch in his life, brother. Like, he fights like a guy that walked into an MMA gym and is like, when can I learn how to kick? And they just went along with it. He's not good, bro. Honestly. He's really not good. At flyweight, you cannot be one-dimensional. Like, at this, the way Borjas fought, I'm like, bro, Borjas has a better chance of going farther in this division than Ronaldo Rodriguez, honestly. Honestly, bro. Because if Ronaldo Rodriguez is going to fight like that, jumping switch kicks, jumping knees, wheel kicks, bro, you're losing the fight, and you're throwing Yair Rodriguez cartwheel kicks and shit. He was terrible in this fight. I thought this was a dog shit performance. Kevin Borjas, obviously I picked Ronaldo because, you know, Borjas was coming off of a loss and Ronaldo's still young, but bro, I did not like this performance from him. People were saying fraud check as well. Bro, he got fraud checked in his last fight against Ode Osborne. This was like, come on, bro. Borjas won. I'm very pleased he won. Fuck Ronaldo Rodriguez. He can go fuck himself. Honestly, he's very, very I don't know why I hate him, but I don't like him. But I'm a Kevin Borjas enjoyer now, guys. I'm a Kevin Borjas fan. Let's do Kevin Borjas, Joshua Van, main event of UFC 320. Let's get it. David Martinez, Simon Oliveira. This was a sick knockout from David Martinez. An absolute fucking stellar knockout. It was actually a really great knockout. Yeah, I mean, it's not surprising. I picked David Martinez, I'm pretty sure by first round knockout, and he got it, you know. There's not much to say here. He just got a great finish, and Oliveira is shit and probably will be cut from the sport. Yeah, but great knockout. I believe this was his debut, right? In Mexico as well. Awesome, man. He could be something at bantamweight. Hopefully, he's relatively young. So, yeah. Excuse me. Raul Rosas Jr., Vince Morales. I have a lot to say about this. So strap in. Oh, man. Raul Rosas Jr., man. Raul Rosas Jr. I have to preface this. I know he's 20 years old, so it's hard for me to completely criticize him because I know he's so young. But, man, is he so shit. Like, he's so young, but, man, is he shit. His last two performances have been horrendous. He lost to Christian Rodriguez as well. I'm genuinely worried he's not going to be anything in the sport. Like, I know he's 20 years old. Again, I have to preface this. But he's really, like, barely skating by these journeyman fighters like Vince Morales. And, again, he lost to C-Rod. His last fight was, like, not competitive, but, like, it was just super boring. This fight was super boring as well up until, like, the third round where he almost got finished. I just don't see, like... Again, I know he's 20 and he can improve, but... I mean, the striking. We'll start with that. His striking is just so mid. His striking is so mid, bro. Like, I know he's gotten, like, knockouts, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he has, like, one KO or, like, a TKO. At least one. But his striking is, like, horrendous, dare I say. It's not horrendous. That's too far. But it's just mid. It's mid. He doesn't do anything dynamic. He doesn't really crack his opponents. His striking is plainly mid. His grappling, it's like he only just tries to go for the back constantly, and he'll get it, but like he never can get a finish. And then Vince Morales almost subbed him in the third round. If Raul Rosas didn't have a fucking crimson chin like Drew Dober, but his is like, bro, look at his chin. If Raul Rosas didn't have that chin, bro, he gets finished and subbed by Vince Morales. But his head was purple as shit, right? Which someone in my live chat, when I was live reacting to this, they said something like, dude, his head gets so purple because all the blood rushes to his chin. But yeah, that was like this was not a good performance from Raul Rosas, man. The Chihuahua shit is cringe as well. Like the UFC, this is their way of marketing this guy. Oh, look, he has a catchphrase like some fucking homo. Like it's just I just don't like Raul Rosas. I'm sorry. I don't. And I don't see him being anything in this sport. He's at bantamweight, bro. I'm sorry. Like he just, even the unranked bantamweights, bro, he probably struggles with David Martinez, who's also at bantamweight. Honestly, I know David Martinez is making his debut. He probably struggles with David Martinez, bro. Like he's just not. He I don't know. I know he's young. I know he's young before people get at me, but fuck, man, is he mid? He's young, but he's already mid. So hopefully he gets better. But I did pick him to win, so that's whatever, I guess. Edgar Chairez. Now this was one of my favorite finishes of the year. Edgar Chairez, CJ Vergara. Chairez, phenomenal finish. It was a left hook, I want to say, that rocked CJ Vergara. And I thought he almost fumbled the finish because he put his arms up like he emoted. Then he was kind of patient. Then he goes for I want to say it was a 2 that dropped CJ Vergara. It was something in a 2, a left hook in a 2 or a 2 in the left hook, something like that. And then he goes for a rear naked choke. And I'm like, why is he going for a sub? Why is he going for a sub? But then he gets it. And he gets the sub. Sick submission from Edgar Chairez. Sick finish, man. Honestly, one of my favorite finishes of the year. I knew Chairez was going to finish him. I'm pretty sure oh my God. I'm pretty sure I picked Chairez by a first round finish. Did I? I think I picked him by some finish. And he got it. So that's great. And yeah, man, rest in peace to his grandfather. I know this was a great performance by him. So, obviously his grandfather will be looking at him proud from heaven. So, awesome performance, man. Chairez, I'm a real big fan of Chairez, man. He always brings it, even in the Joshua Van fight. Yeah, he lost, but bro, great fight as well. So honestly, very much looking forward to this guy's career. Manuel Torres, Drew Dober. I got this pick wrong. I should have known, man. I should have known Manuel Torres is too white to lose to Drew fucking Dober, man. I'm a big dog, big bear. Drew Dober is just, man, he's done. He's done. I can't pick him to win a fight anymore. I love Drew Dober. I'm such a Drew Dober fan. This actually really sucks. I am actually a Drew Dober fan, unironically. So this, yeah, he's washed, bro. It's over. Torres has power, I know, but partially I gotta think Drew Dober's chin is just cooked. Torres, he knocked him out with just a basic 2 to the jaw. Dober went out. He grabbed a single leg. Not the finish. The stoppage was kind of odd. Initially, I thought it was early. Then I was like, no, it's not early. What I think happened was he was just out, but he was instinctually holding the leg of Manuel Torres. And yeah, some of the shots were to the back of the head, by the way, but it's legal in MMA, so who cares? But I think he was instinctually holding Manuel Torres' ankle. And then he got up he was like, oh wait, what? It's over? What happened? But yeah, it was a really great finish from Manuel Torres. He's gonna be something at lightweight. He really is. I think he's gonna be something, man. His power is good. His patience was good in this fight as well. He waited for the right shot and he got it. He wasn't going in there just guns blazing. Unfortunately, though, Drew Dober might be he might be cooked. I love Drew Dober, but it's over. It's over. Let's do Drew Dober versus Let's do Drew Dober versus, what's his name? Michael Johnson. Boom, right? And we'll do Manuel Torres versus, who does Manuel Torres face? Bobby Green? No, let's not do that to Bobby Green. Manuel Torres versus Terrence McKinney. Yeah, I want to see McKinney get chinned, I guess. I'm probably not going to do a fight to make after, so, yeah, there you go. But on to the main event. Yeah. This was honestly a really good fight. I liked it, honestly. I thought it slowed down as the fight went on, but I thought it picked up. In the first 2 or 3 rounds were real good, real technical, but that's kind of the problem. Steve Erceg made it too technical. And I know he just got chinned in his last fight, but he showed me in this fight that his chin still held up, can hold up. Because he almost got chinned in that first round, bro. Moreno hit like a sick. I want to say it was like either an overhand or just like a right hand to the jaw. I think it was just a right hand. And Erceg stumbled, but he was in there. This was a clear Moreno 3-2. I thought it was 3-2 personally. I think I gave the 5th round Moreno, the 1st round, and I want to say the 3rd or 2nd. No, the 3rd. Don't quote me on that, please. But I believe I gave 2 and 4 to Erceg. I believe so. I could be completely wrong, but I know I gave the 1st and the 5th definitely to Moreno, right? Because those were the clear Moreno rounds, in my opinion, even though they were still close. But yeah, Moreno is a sick fighter. He's one of my favorite fighters ever, which might sound crazy because like he's not been around forever, but he is one of my favorite fighters ever because yeah, I am kind of newer to the sport. And Steve Erceg, I love Steve Erceg. That's why I titled this video that I feel bad for him because he looks so sad after the fight, man. He looks sad right here. Look at his face. He looks sad in this picture. He always looks sad, I guess. So I felt bad for him though, man. I really felt bad for him because this was another just close Steve Erceg performance, just like the Pantoja fight. But he just didn't do enough, in my opinion. This was a lot less closer than the Pantoja fight, though, I thought. And I just don't think he did enough to win. It sucks, but Moreno looked great in this fight. You know, it wasn't as... I thought it was going to be a little bit more dominant for Moreno on the feet. I thought he was going to really piece up Steve Erceg, but he kind of didn't, to be honest with you. He did at times, of course, but like not as much as I thought. Not as much as the his last fight against what's that rat's name? The guy with the nose. What the fuck is his last opponent's name? It's not Askarov. What's it? Oh my god, I'm gonna look at it right now. I don't care. Albazi. Well, I always forget his name. That's how like shit he is. Amir Albazi. So Steve Erceg, Steve Erceg lost his fight, and yeah, they're not going to cut him, obviously. They like Steve Erceg, but let's give him somebody like Asu Almabayev. Let's give him somebody, you know, I don't know. Amir Albazi maybe, you know, I don't know. Let's give him somebody that's winnable for him. Tim Elliott, you know, like, I don't know. Let's not be like, hey, Steve Erceg, you want to face Joshua Van? Like, poor Steve Erceg, man. But, hey, respect him for taking these fights. As for Moreno, though, he's in a bit of a weird situation. I say give him Manel Cap. Winner gets a guaranteed title shot. That's what I think. Manel Cap, Brandon Moreno. I believe Moreno said he wants to main event that, well, not main event, but he wants to be on that card in September, right? Didn't he say he wants to be on that Noche UFC card, which they announced on this card, by the way, which even though, didn't Dana said that, well, Dana said they're not going back to the sphere, but, anyways, what the fuck am I talking about? Brandon Moreno, great performance, 50, 47, 49, whatever the fuck. He 3-2'd Steve Erceg. Steve Erceg, he was Corey Sandhagen maxing out there. He wasn't doing enough. Brandon Moreno, great performance by him. I want to see Brandon Moreno, Manel Cap next. Winner gets a guaranteed title shot. In the meantime, you could do Kaikar France versus Pantoja since they're going to do it anyways, right? So fuck me, right? Like, pause, but fuck it, right? Because they're going to do it anyway, so I might, like, who cares? You know, instead of begging for, oh, please do Merab Pantoja, oh, please do Manel Cap Pantoja, they're not going to do those fights. They're going to do what they want at this point, and I got to accept that. So they're just going to do Car France versus Pantoja. So just do Moreno versus Manel Cap. That's what I think. Overall, it was a really solid card, though. I really, really enjoyed pretty much most of the fights. The main event I thought was good, a bit boring, but technical at times. Co-main event, sick finish. Chairez got a sick finish. Rosas is dog shit. He needs to be cut from the sport. Martinez got a sick finish. Rodriguez is dog shit. Borjas pieced him up. Yeah, there were some great finishes on this card. There was also some I don't know. There were some mid fights, but overall it was a real solid card. Way better than UFC London. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed this, make sure you guys like and sub, become a member in the description. Thank you guys. Peace.